Hi there, Shalini Mittal here from Tech Gatha, and this video covers about writing a program for finding if a number is a Smith number or not using methods. So what is a Smith number? In case you want to have a detailed video, the link for the same is provided in the description and you can watch in detail what is a Smith number and how to calculate without using methods. Now the purpose that I am using methods for Smith number is, first let's see what a Smith number is. For example, 58 is a Smith number. Smith number says if I add, so the sum of individual digits means 5 plus 8 which is equal to 13 should be equal to, I have to find the prime factors of the number 58. So the prime factors of 58 is 2 and 29. Now the sum of prime factors, that is 2 plus. Now if a prime factor is greater than 9, I have to again find the sum of these individual digits. So it will be 2 plus 9, and if this sum is equal to 13, which is equal to the sum of digits of the number, then this number is called as a Smith number. So you can see what is being repeated. Finding the sum of digits over here, finding the sum of digits of the prime factors if they are greater than 9. But ultimately logic remains the same for finding the sum of digits. So we will write a function which basically finds the sum of digits of any number passed and returns the sum. So we'll say public int sum of digits, and it takes the number as a parameter. Now here we'll declare a sum is equals to 0. We'll say again the simple logic, while number not equal to 0, and we'll find the remainder. So we'll have remainder is equals to number mod 10. Sum is equals to sum plus remainder. That's how you find the sum of individual digits, and then number is equals to number divided by 10, and that's it. And then you say return sum. Now let's try to use this function again and again in our main method. Now here again a scanner object, enter the number, I enter the number. I have to find the sum of individual digits, so I'll say int sum of number is equals to, I will be calling in this function sum of digits, passing in, so let me say Smith number, okay. So I'll say sum of digits and Smith number. So this function takes the original number, finds the sum of digits and returns the sum. We have to compare this sum against the sum of prime factors. So first we have to write the logic for the prime factors. So I'll say int I is equals to 2 because we start from 2. I'll say while, so we'll say while my number, so let me say int temp is equals to the Smith number. So I'll say while this temporary number is not equals to 1, I'll go inside the loop. In case you want to have a detailed understanding of how to find the prime factors, I'll provide the link for the same in the description. You can watch the video. We've already covered this particular logic of finding prime factors before as well. So I'm just reusing the same logic. I'll say while temp is not equal to 1, I'll say while temp mod I is 0. So I got my first prime factor. I'll check if this I is greater than 9, in that case I have to find the sum of this prime factor. So again I'll have int sum is equals to 0. This has to be declared outside. So maybe I can say prime factors sum, and then here if the number is greater than 9, in that case I will be calling the function sum of digits, wherein I pass the variable I because I have to find the sum of individual digits of the prime factor. I'll store it in a variable. So let's say sum is equals to sum of digits of I, right? And then we'll say prime factor sum is equals to prime factor sum plus, so here I'll say sum is I. So if in case I is greater than 9, I have to find the sum of digits of I. So say for example, we took the number as 58, right? So the first prime factor is 2. Now if the prime factor is 2, I just initialize the sum with 2 and I will not go inside the if block. I just say prime factor sum is equals to prime factor sum plus sum. If in case this prime factor is greater than 9, I find the sum of digits of I get the sum. So if it's 29, so I is 29, in that case I will be passing I to the sum of digits. I get 2 plus 9, I get the sum, I add it in the previous prime factor sum. Once I get the prime factor sum, I'll come out of this loop and I can say if prime factor sum is equals to the sum of number, then I'll just print Smith number. Else will print not a Smith number. Okay, so you would see this logic becomes a bit neat. I just write the sum of digits logic once. I use it over here to find the sum of digits of the original number. I again find the prime factors, and if prime factors is greater than 9, I have to find the sum of digits of that prime factor as well. So I write it once and I can just reuse it again and again. Let's check if it's working. So I compile and we'll say Smith number using methods. I run it. I say right click void main. I enter the number 58. It should print it's a Smith number, but it's not. Okay, it's an infinite loop, so you would see it's running. The reason behind it is I forgot to do this. So let's see over here. I have to say I plus plus, right? So I is 2, so 58 divided by 2, it becomes 29. And then I'll also have to say temp is equals to temp divided by I. So I forgot this because 58, I check 58 mod 2 is 0, true, I got the factor I found the sum, and then 58 divided by 2 gets me 29, which is not divisible by 2. I come out, I increment the value of I, my temp is not equals to 1, it's 29. So it goes 3, 4, 5 until 29. Now it's 29 greater than 9, it goes here, find the sum of digits, I get the prime factor sum, and then again I increment the value of I. My temp is 29 divided by 29, which is 1. Now because my temp is 1, I come out and done. So let's see. Okay, so it's a Smith number. Let's check with one more. So we have 627. Again, it is a Smith number. You can check online. We don't need this. I can just say right click void main. I enter 15, which is not a Smith number. So that's all. That's all for this video. Happy learning. Take care and bye-bye.